then now I forgot what the other one was. Okay, so but that's the law of first mention with Hodesh. And oh, and I was explaining to him about how our Savior referred to subjects that I thought were new, but were actually, they're not in the canon we have, but were in the book of Enoch or the book of Jubilees. And I shared with them about how Onias the third went into exile because the Seleucids said you have to use a lunar calendar in your temple. And he said no, and he went into exile. And his second son, Jason, said, oh yeah, okay, we'll do that. And his oldest son, Onias the fourth, didn't do that and talked with the Pharaoh of Egypt and he received a place where the people who believed the way he did could go. And just as a father gives me like details that might interest this one or that one or whatever, so that they understand. And then I told him about Bethabara, and I told him that there were two calendars being observed in the land of Judea, not just one, not just the lunar calendar. That was the temple calendar that we believed in. And then I started sharing with them about how they weren't what I thought they were up there. The Essenes crazy people. I said that the way they translated the Dead Sea Scrolls was to cause problems for us. I said I thought that was crazy, that they're out there in the desert and they're worshiping the sun and they're waiting until a Gregorian Wednesday to start their year and on the fourth day. And how does that work? Because I know, and they know, because they've been listening to my history and research, that Saturn's day wasn't the seventh day of an uninterrupted cycling week, that they would have been waiting until the lunar cycle lined up. But he told him that the sun and the stars were supposed to be used. I said the whole thing didn't make any sense. And now it does, because it's not the way they're interpreting it. And we're going in and digging deeply. And the first one that called me said, well, and he called after we were on the call. He said, I really appreciate your research because you research things thoroughly. And so I'm going to be sending him the update on history taking up the Sabbath challenge, which I told him is still in draft form. And that way he'll have all the references that he was looking for. And just please keep praying. This elder man, his name is Dan. He's really precious. And another brother, Gary, called and his sister, with your people, Abba, today, even though I keep getting interrupted from this call. And thank you for letting me share. Now, is that enough, or do I need to think more on this?
Oh, that's
Katrina?